talk about senior day coming up. How important is it to send the seniors out with a win on home game?
Yeah, it's huge, especially after last year. Coach Harrell made it all about the seniors, and it just sent the messages to rally around those guys, and those are guys that set the tempo for the whole team, and they set the example and how we're supposed to do things. And we have the same group this year. We have a lot of seniors that go out and play and do a lot for us, and we really want to rally around those guys and send them out the right way.
How much would a big crowd mean to you guys in a meaningful game? I mean, Charlotte crowd was good, but a lot on the line this Saturday. How much can you guys feed off of that?
Yeah, I mean it'd be great. Just anything like especially in the boneyard and especially packing out the whole stadium affects their team as well. And just having support from the stands and Dowdy Ficklin, I just think it's great for us to just go out and play and have a lot of fans to play in front of. So I think it's a big deal for sure.
When it comes to the offense, you guys 40 points in the last 3 games. What's kind of been the key to that in this recent run?
I think it's just clicking. I feel like offense, especially the start of the O line, I feel like they're starting to figure it out and starting to play together, and their chemistry up front is really good. And especially, I feel like I'm a lot more confident, and then insinuating that confidence into my teammates, stuff like that, and just everyone staying together and clicking. And I feel like that's what's been causing our success.
What have you guys learned from the big games that you had? You had BYU here, you had the big games here this year. What have you guys learned from those games?
I just feel like we learned we can compete with the best. We've been in close games with all these good teams. We just haven't really finished and won those games. So here's an opportunity this week to go do that, and we know we can go compete with the best. And we're just going to go win that game.
You guys put up 48 points, but it feels like you don't play your best. Like, what does that kind of say about the offense right now?
It's kind of good and bad. Like obviously, it's good. We didn't play our best, scored 40 points, but also we left a lot left a lot on the field, and there's still a lot we need to accomplish. There's still a couple games left in the season, so still growing, still progressing, and still trying to get as best as we can.
I know you guys are always focused on yourselves first, but do you guys look at the conference standings, the other games, and what's going on around the other top teams?
It's kind of hard not to. You kind of look around and see where you're at, but the best thing and best way to approach it is to focus on your team and focus on this week and go 1-0.
This week. You're facing a team that brings a lot of pressure. You've actually, I know you guys don't look like grades and stuff like that, but you're grading out really well against pressure. You looked good against pressure last week. How do you feel like the game has kind of slowed down for you when there's guys in your face?
I think it's just preparation. I'm just knowing what's going to happen before it happens, kind of seeing different looks and understanding where my keys are if there is pressure, like where to get the ball out of my hand and stuff like that. So obviously, just preparation is getting ready for those certain things. But I mean, just trusting the guys around me. As long as I get the ball out of my hands quick to my playmakers, stuff, there's going to be good things that are going to happen.
You described kind of the fun you guys are having in the locker room now, but balancing that with like some big games. How do you guys find that balance?
Yeah, it's good. We know when to crank it up when it needs to be serious. We also know how to have fun too. Like we're up 28-0 and Jamarion spikes that ball. Like I mean, obviously it's a penalty and stuff like that, but in that situation, like we just want to go have fun and enjoy the moments that we can and stuff like that. So we have times where we need to turn it up and be serious and lock in, especially this game this week. But especially when we're up and we're winning, we want like to have fun with it too, for sure.
How good is it to see an offensive lineman like Coach Hoke who's going down 15 yards down the field and leveling two defenders to get more yardage?
Man, it fires me up. It just shows how hard they're playing for me and playing for the guys next to them. And that's the Kojo sets the example for those guys up front and everyone around us. That's how we're supposed to play, and that's how we're gonna play with that type of effort throughout every play of the season.
Top red zone offense in the country that you're about to face. So how are you guys approaching that offense?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really change anything for us. We got to go score. We get in the red zone. We got to go score touchdowns, eliminate the field goals, and we got to go in the red zone. We get in the red zone. We're gonna go score touchdowns.
Coach said one of his favorite stats was that you guys really aren't committing many penalties anymore at this point in the season. How helpful is that as an offense to not be behind the chains often?
Yeah, it just keeps us on track. I feel like we're able to flow better through drives, not getting put behind the chains at all, and I feel like it just helps our efficiency for sure.
Speaking of, a little early to be doing senior day, but senior day coming up. Just how do you kind of describe your emotions going into this?
It's pretty surreal, to be honest. I feel like every year, the past 3 years is like, oh, this is probably gonna be my last one, but this is definitely gonna be my last one. Uh, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm not scared to go out there and be like, man, I'm gonna miss everything. Like, no, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm hopefully at one point in my life, I could coach for ECU and just be around the environment a little bit more. But if I can't do that, and this is my last time, for sure being around, then yeah, it'll be a little bit sad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We aren't getting seventh year team.
No, 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 definitely not.
Feels like it wasn't that long ago we were standing on the field after NC State, and I asked you what it felt like to be back in a Pirate uniform, and you got a little choked up there. So, what has this season just been like for you to come back to a place that you call home?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything that I imagined what it was going to be when I came back. I think that that has a really big, saying towards Coach Harrell and what he's doing for this program itself. I think that he puts a lot of emphasis on the seniors, and I think that's a good thing to an extent because like you this is everybody's last go around. You want to make everybody feel special going at it, and it gives the young guys something to play for when they don't necessarily know the stakes for it, if you know what I mean. Like as a young guy, you don't necessarily understand that this really is your last time going to be playing football in Dowdy. And I think that all the older guys right now, pouring that into the young guys. I think everybody's feeding into it. It's becoming a good thing.
All senior day is obviously special, but this one's going to be a bit more with the conference implications of this game. You guys kind of just talked about how important this one is, just what it's going to be like going out there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what's going around the team right now is this is the next game on the schedule. You don't want to make any game too big as it is. It's definitely one that we want to win. It's one that has been circled on our calendar for a while because Memphis has been a good team in our conference, and you always look forward to playing the best teams in the conference. But I mean, it's just another game. You know what I mean? We can't go into it, being too high. If we do that, everybody's gonna be doing stuff that you don't normally do.
Speaking on Memphis, man, the last couple of times you guys ran into them, it's been some insane games. Just be kind of expecting that same kind of environment on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, whether we win by 45 or we win by 1, I mean, it's going to be, I expect the same thing from, the fans and, the whole, Pirate Nation in terms of, the support for us and, what we're going to give back to y'all. And it's like, we're not going to quit no matter what. Like I said, if it's 45 nothing or if we win by 1, we're going to play the same intensity. We're going to fight to the end like we always will. And we just hope that, we have the support from y'all and we hope that Dowdy's rowdy.
They like to hit a lot of explosive plays, especially in the run game. So you being a safety and a safety plays downhill very well. Do you kind of embellish that this is a team that likes to pop off long runs and you get to go make some open field tackles?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I feel like every team now you see is just talk about controlling the run game, and obviously defensively we love stopping the run. Their offense, loves running the ball, and it's just we got to go in one play at a time. I mean, you can't go in thinking that you're gonna hold them to -1 yards rushing. I mean, you just got to go in one play at a time. Do your job and then get out of there.
As defense, how do you prepare for either their quarterback's going to be out, he's going to be banged up, or it's going to be their backup? How do you kind of prepare for that going into?
Well, usually you just go in, preparing for both. Having two kind of similar game plans and changing some stuff up between each quarterback. But I mean, we hope that their best players play. I don't hope that anybody is sitting out. I hope we can play against the best players and we can play our best game.
You guys learn from these big games you've already had this year. What have you guys learned from those?
Yeah, I think that's something that we have one step up on. I think most teams is that we had a pretty tough schedule, in my opinion, in terms of like the type of competition that we played. But I mean, it's only good for us. It doesn't hurt us in any way. I think we've been on the big stage plenty of times this year, and I think that, like I said before, like you don't want to play too far over your shoulders, and you just got to do your job. And I feel like throughout this whole season, everybody has been coming together and doing their 1/11th on the field.
Describe the balance between fun you guys are having as a team, but also like when to take it serious and how this staff has been able to implement that.
Yeah, I actually seen your tweet on that, and I think that's one of the things that makes me really love being here is that I wake up every single morning and I'm so excited to come into the facility, not just because of I get to play football, but because I'm around people that are just so fun to be around. And I think that like you don't get that everywhere, and you don't get that outside of football. Probably most times you go to work. And I think that just the staff being able to come in here and have a great time, but being able to lock in while we get on the field, that's a special thing, and you don't see that like ever.
Team has only missed one chance to score in the red zone. You see.
I mean, I think they're just a good, talented, disciplined football team. I don't think that it's anything crazy special in terms of their scheme and stuff like that. I think they're just like a hard nosed team. Just do the right things. They're extremely disciplined in terms of doing their jobs. So it's a good challenge for us. But we always look forward to stuff like this. Coach Aldridge always says they give us an inch, or if we have an inch, we're going to defend it, regardless of what it is, whether they're backed up, we're backed up, no matter where we go on the field. If you want to play in the parking lot, you just let us know.